Hi, this is Chuck Marone with Strong Towns. Just got off the plane. I'm in Kansas City. This is my first time here since, the last time I was here when I made note of the kind of lack of traffic in the downtown, despite the fact that Kansas City spent billions and billions of dollars trying to accommodate traffic in the downtown. I was roundly criticized by people here in Kansas City, accused of being amongst some of the nicer things, an out-of-town, out-of-touch conventioner who had no clue what he was talking about. So I just arrived, just got here. It is about 4:30 on a Friday afternoon, the prime of rush hour. And we're just going to walk outside and check out and see what's going on. Join me. Okay, you seriously can't make this up. It's Friday, 4:30. I'm at the corner of 12th and Wyandotte. And let's check it out. You can see 4:30 on a Friday, so, we are at essentially what any other city would call rush hour. And, yeah, you've got some traffic here. Here comes a car. Here comes another. Oh, this one's gonna get snug with me. Well, there's all kinds of cars coming. I mean, seriously, I'm gonna walk across so you can just see down the street and the absence of vehicles. This is a bizarre situation. And quite literally, this is exactly what I experienced last time I was here. Kansas City, if you think this is a lot of cars, you need to get out. Okay, this is a good place to observe this too, because while there's not a lot of cars, the ones that are here go kind of fast. That one kind of slowed down when he locked eyes with me there. But again, I'm on 12th Street here. This is just a block off the convention center. Let me hide here so I don't affect the flow of traffic. But you can see the problem that you get here is that the cars go by really fast. When you have all this excess capacity with literally nobody using it, what it does is it speeds up the traffic. It makes it very inhospitable for people to walk here. Does not feel very safe when you have a car driving 40 miles an hour like 3 feet away from you. So there's no volume problem. I mean, there's no traffic volume to speak of. But you've got this speed problem here. And again, I'll note, nobody's getting through town very quickly. They're all having to stop at the lights. Nobody's getting through here quick. And look, even the bus is like flying by. I mean, holy crap. This is just the most messed up type of design, particularly for what you're seeing. Okay, Kansas City, here's Baltimore. Not a lot of traffic here. Let's go look the other way. Oh yeah, I mean there's some cross traffic here on 12th coming through. Again, not a lot, but you've got some traffic here. So, I'm not exactly sure what the expectation is, or if people in Kansas City actually believe this is a lot of traffic. If you do, I think maybe someone from, I don't know, San Francisco, Boston, New York, Portland, heck, Minneapolis, chime in and let these people know what traffic is. Because, I mean, look, they've done everything they can here to tame the traffic beast. There's no parking allowed on this street. You don't have a nice pedestrian realm. Everything's kind of scaled to the automobile. You've given up all these gaps for people to park. This is just a very unfriendly place for people, even though it has sidewalks, even though it has trees. Not a great environment. I mean, you've done everything you can to allow automobiles to come through here. And I'm standing out here during rush hour, and there are no cars. There are no cars. Why, what are you fighting, Kansas City? What is the beast you're trying to tame here? I'm just at a loss. I'm at a loss to understand how anybody could argue with me that there's a lot of traffic here. How anyone could say, well, Chuck, you just caught it at a bad time, or, what would you know? You're not even from here. My gosh. If you're thinking this is a lot of traffic, you really need to go see someplace where there actually is traffic. You're fighting a beast that doesn't exist. and in the process of doing it, creating a very unproductive, inhospitable environment. It's really quite tragic. Okay, now we're on Main Street here. This is the Power and Light District. This is the area where you've gotten rid of the coupling. You actually allow a little bit of on-street parking. This is the area that is supposedly like the great investment in revitalizing and bringing Kansas City downtown back. I've been here before. I commented last time I was here how nice some of the form is, how some of the things that have been done here are really great, but you can't get over the negative of the street. You've got an obsession with moving cars quickly in and out of this downtown. And watch, they're going to go up and get stopped at the light here. Nobody's going to get out of here quickly. Nobody's moving through here in any time that would be, rapid. Everybody's got to stop at the signals, but they can drive really fast in between them. It is a bizarre type of world that we've created here, where we equate speed of traffic with travel time, and where we've so messed up the streetscape here in terms of the way we've engineered it for automobiles that even the automobiles don't function well here. I mean, that's the crazy thing, is that for everything we've done in downtown Kansas City to make it hospitable for people to get in and out as quickly as they can, it actually doesn't function for that well either. I mean, there's nobody here. I mean, there's nobody at these intersections, yet these guys have to sit here, back up in queue. That's why people think there's congestion. They think there's congestion because there's a car in front of them. Any congestion there is down here is caused by the lights. It's caused by these signals. It's not caused by any traffic volume. This is literally a misdiagnosis of the problem. The problem is not congestion. It's not traffic volume. It's bad engineering. This street has been designed to fail. We could do so much better at so much less cost and create such a high return environment. Yet we don't. And, when someone like me comes here and says the obvious, they get roundly attacked and criticized for being unaware of what's going on. It's ridiculous, really. I mean, Kansas City, you got to look in the mirror here. And, I'm here picking on poor old Kansas City. But we could go around, particularly the Midwest. There's a number of cities that have this exact same feel. Omaha, I love you, Omaha, but we could be in Omaha having this conversation as well. I don't think Omaha is quite so delusional, at least in their outward reaction to me, about how congested their city is, but perhaps they are. I don't know. Anyway, this is congestion in Kansas City. This is peak rush hour high traffic volumes. What do you think of that there, Queens? All right. I'm pretty sure that this would be considered a very walkable area. This is... oh gosh, this truck's going by fast. This would be considered an improvement design to make it more walkable. You've got the crosswalks kind of delineated to let these fast-moving cars know that theoretically there could be a pedestrian here at some point. Everybody's got to sit and wait. You can't really go across, even though there's huge gaps in the traffic. You've got to wait because everybody's going really, really fast. And, you've got a long ways to cross here as a pedestrian. It's not like a short little gap that you've got here. You've got a long ways across. And when the cars come through, they're coming through really fast. So you can't go without the signal. You absolutely have to have the signal. This is, again, another one of those cases where we're over-engineering it. And because of that, it actually fails. If these were narrow streets with very slow-moving cars, the volume of traffic here is so nominal. Not only would you not need the signals, because everybody could just blend into everybody else, but pedestrians could just go on instinct. I mean, they could literally just look at the gap and walk across. That's what happens in other major cities around the globe, where you have infinitely higher volumes of traffic than this. Because of the way this has been engineered and designed, it actually fails, not just for cars, but for pedestrians as well. Even in a place like this, where we design it for pedestrians. I mean, we design it for, theoretically, someone to walk through here. You see, there's hardly any pedestrians here as well. And I'm sure that would make the people of Kansas City mad because look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of pedestrians. No, it's not. Go to some place where they have actually designed spaces to attract pedestrians, and literally they take over the space. We have spent an enormous sum of money to create this environment, and not only does it fail on so many counts, but the idea that we would stand and defend it as somehow being well-designed or well-engineered or kind of, going in the right direction. We're so far from anything that I think you could reasonably call the right direction. I mean, look how fast these cars come through. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Okay, Kansas City, we've got this interesting experiment going on here. You've lost a lane here because of this news van. And on top of that, you've lost a second lane because of this rent-a-truck that's parked here blinking on the street. So look at this. You have a very small gap here. What street am I on? I'm on 13th Street. I'm going to actually stand right here and not make the gap any narrower, but actually just stand here as kind of like a thing to kind of note that there's a person here. Let's watch how fast the cars drive through. It's amazing. They actually slow way, way down. And this becomes a much more, look at that, the guy slowed way down right there. He started going fast when he got around the corner, because that's what you do here in Kansas City. And then when he got up to me, he slows way, way down. Look at that. It's amazing. It works every time. It's actually like human psychology. You just narrow the space a little bit. There's no volume problem on this street. Hang on, this one's kind of loud. Look at how slow he's going, oh my gosh. And this guy's going slow. He didn't give me the finger, he's not mad. These people seem content to be driving at a normal speed. This guy's, wow, look at that. It's amazing. A little experiment here in Kansas City proves that we can improve the environment by actually going the opposite direction in terms of volume than what we've been doing. Much less money, much more effective. I want to say something about efficiency. Efficiency, because one of the things I recommended for downtown Kansas City was to get rid of the signals. And people started complaining, oh, I'm crazy, people will die. And the big one that I got that was hilarious was it wouldn't be efficient. That would just make the downtown chaotic. It would not be efficient, Chuck. Well, look at all this capacity. I mean, going totally not unused. I realize this isn't a main street. This isn't like what in the hierarchical road classification would be called an arterial or a major arterial. This is Baltimore. But just check this out. I mean, look at all the parking capacity that's going unused. Look at all the road capacity that we've paid for, or strode capacity in this case we paid for, that goes unused. When we want to talk about efficiency, let's talk about efficiency in how we spend our dollars. An efficient system would actually maximize the use of the capacity before it added any more. It would actually seek to take advantage of all this excess capacity that we've got and maximize its value before we did anything else. Yet look, there's no plan, there's no approach here to utilize all this excess capacity. This excess capacity was just built because that's how we do things. It was not done in the design of maximizing the efficiency of a system. This is so inefficient. Inefficient for cars, inefficient for pedestrians, inefficient for people on bikes, and most of all, it's an inefficient use of our resources. And we have all of this space, all this capacity, and we do nothing with it. We literally let it sit empty. The utilization here, if we want to start talking about efficiencies, is just so nominal. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling how much money we've spent for such low returns. There's nothing efficient about this space whatsoever. This is the grossest waste that I can think of. And literally, it's just block after block after block after block. Kansas City, you've got the wealth and resources here to be a great place. You're literally wasting them on a model that is not paying off for you. Oh yeah, more congestion. We're getting close to 5 o'clock now, so I've done a whole big loop here in Kansas City, and right outside the convention center now, just walked the Crown Plaza, which somehow doesn't want to sell Starbucks coffee to anybody who might walk the street, just people inside. Nonetheless, gosh, Kansas City, I don't know how to sum this up. I think maybe I'll just let this this highly congested street speak for itself. I love you guys. I really want this place to be successful. But you won't be successful without a major shift in mentality. You're wasting your resources, your precious resources that you don't have a lot of, on a mindset and a mentality that is giving you nothing in return. Gosh, I just wish we could do it differently. I really do. I want you to be successful. I want you to be a strong town. But this is not going to get you there.